Hello students, good morning. Welcome to Aspire Coaching Institute. A very good morning to you students. An important portion to be covered in under your third term is areas, volumes and perimeter. Some of you have told me that you're finding it difficult to memorize and apply formulas. So I've made this video which would be quite helpful for you to remember and use the formulas as and when it is asked in the question. The first thing what we are going to see is about the area of the triangle. We are starting with areas. So the term area means the whole of the surface enclosed inside a closed figure. The closed figure can be made of 3 sides and we call it as a triangle. If it is more than 3 sides, if it is 4 sides, we call it as a quadrilateral. 5 sides, it becomes polygon and there so on. Let's first focus on area of a triangle. It is given by the formula half into b into h, where b stands for the base and h for the height. You must remember that the height will always be a perpendicular line drawn towards the base. The next thing is using Heron's formula. This is another formula for finding area of a triangle. It is given by square root of s into s minus a into s minus b into s minus c, where a, b and c are the 3 sides of a triangle. And the word s is called semi-perimeter. It is called as semi-perimeter because it is half of the perimeter. In general, perimeter of any figure will be given by simply adding the outer sides of all the sides. So for example, in this triangle, you can say the perimeter is equal to a plus b plus c. So s is equal to a plus b plus c by 2 and hence it is called as the semi-perimeter. After finding a plus b plus c by 2, that value, when you substitute in this Heron's formula, you can easily arrive at the area of the triangle. So area of the triangle, when height is given, you can use this. When 3 sides are given, you can use this formula. Moving on to equilateral triangle. An equilateral triangle is a triangle whose all 3 sides are equal. So when 3 sides are equal, the angles opposite to equal sides will be equal and hence 3 angles also will be equal. And since sum of the angles is given as 180 degree, when you divide by 3, you get each angle to be 60 degree. So an equilateral triangle will have all sides and angles equal. So area of such an equilateral triangle is given by the formula root 3/4 divided by a square. Area of an isosceles triangle. So when you have an isosceles triangle, you will be having 2 sides equal. Suppose I have the equal side as A and this as B. Then the formula for area of an isosceles triangle is given by 1 by 4b into square root of 4a square minus b square. It is a triangle in which 2 sides are equal. 2 sides and thereby the opposite 2 angles are equal. Moving on to area of a rectangle. A rectangle is a 4-sided figure which has 2 dimensions. 2 dimensions, namely the length and the breadth. So they are not equal. Only the opposite sides are equal. So both are called L and both are called B. They are equal and also parallel, you can call it. So it is given by the formula length into breadth. And for the perimeter, so perimeter, as we know, you are going to simply add all the sides. So L plus B plus L plus B, and therefore we get it as 2 into L plus B. The next thing what we are going to see is area of a square. A square, you know that all sides are equal, and all sides, if we take it as equal to a centimeter, then area is given by a into a, which is equal to a square, and perimeter is given by a plus a plus a plus a, which becomes as 4a. Moving on to area of a parallelogram. So a parallelogram is a figure which have opposite sides parallel and therefore equal. And if we drop a perpendicular in the name of height, we get the area of a parallelogram formula as base into height. Next is the figure rhombus. So rhombus is again a figure in which you have 2 diagonals bisecting each other at right angles. So area of a rhombus is given by half into d1 into d2, where d1 and d2 are both diagonals. And area of a trapezium. A trapezium is a figure which has only 2 sides parallel, where the other 2 sides are non-parallel. and the two opposite sides S1, S2 are not equal in size. That's the shape of a trapezium. One side will be longer, one will be shorter. So area of a trapezium is given by the formula half into sum of the opposite parallel sides into height. So that we are written as S1 plus S2 into H. The next one is area of a quadrilateral. That's given by the sum of the areas of the two triangles. So suppose you consider ABCD as a quadrilateral, you can divide that quadrilateral into two equal halves. So if you find the sum of triangle ABC plus triangle ACD, you can find out the area of the quadrilateral ABCD. The next thing is area of a circle. So a circle is a closed figure with, suppose we have O as center, then the line joining the center to any part of the circle. It could be like this anywhere. So all these are called radius of the circle. So if you take a compass, you just have a center. You can take, suppose you take 3 centimeter radius, you get a small circle. If you take a 5 centimeter radius and draw with a compass, you get a bigger circle. This is called radius, and twice the radius, 2 times radius will be given by the formula pi into, d. Okay, 2r is equal to d. R plus r is equal to d. So area of a circle is given by pi r square. Now perimeter or circumference of a circle is called 2 pi r. So this 2r, as I told you, r plus r you can write as d. Therefore you get the perimeter as pi d. So these are the basic formulas that we need to know so that we can solve any sort of sums under mensuration. And given the area, you can find out base, and given any two dimensions. For example, if they give you the area and the height, you can find the base. If they give you base and height, you can find the area. So it's vice versa. If you memorize this formula, it's going to be highly useful for you. Thank you.